Everywhere I be, I see shawties be loving the way I rock my hat. Fresh tie on a button up, fresh denims with a fresh vest or a sweater on, fresh pair of frames or some fresh Adidas shorts. Cause everywhere I go, they always want a picture. Whispering in my ear, is there anybody with you? Wanna autograph or they just tryna get answer to questions like what you listening to? I tell them whatever I like, I put it on my radio. You could probably find something new on my radio. If you wanna ride, cool, just don't touch my radio. Don't look so surprised. You can trip if you want, but don't front. You know you love it. Put it on the
Oh, I'm on this side today. Okay. What's going on, everybody? It's your guy Z Fly, and that's right. It is time for another Keeping It Real Hot and Fresh show. Welcome to the middle of the week. Welcome to Hump Day. Welcome to let me say what else. I said the middle of the week, middle of the month, middle of the week, middle of the month, all that good stuff. And also welcome to another great episode of the Keeping It Real Hot show with your boy Z Fly and my girl who.
Danielle. Hey, everybody. How's it doing?
Hey, Danielle. What's happening on your end? What's going on with you?
Z, I have a slight cold, but I'm in good spirits. But the thing is, I'm not used to having colds. I'm really not. So this is different for me. But my son has a slight cold. I think I got it about a day or two ago, but I think I'm getting over it pretty quickly.
Okay, listen. I feel you. Listen, I was like, what happened to the weather? Like over the weekend, it was like a nice sunny spring day, right? Summer day. And now now fall is like, nope. Y'all think I'm going somewhere? I'm not. Listen, I had to throw on my little scarf today. You just never know how it's gonna be these days. So, oh my God, so sorry to hear about your cold, but hopefully you take it what you gotta take to get rid of it, right?
Right, exactly. Do what you got to do.
That's what's up. So everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, we do thank you so much for tuning in on a hump day as it is and a rush hour traffic. That's right. We're the rush hour show. There you go. Also too, Danielle, let me tell you something that's like, but before I get into this, everybody be sure to let you know we are live right now on several different platforms on Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn at Real Hot Fresh. Actually, no, all four of them. I'm sorry, and Facebook as well. So Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram at Real Hot Fresh. You can check us out there live on those four platforms. Cool. So Danielle, let me tell you something that is crazy that's happening. Are you ready for craziness, Danielle?
I'm ready. Z, what's up?
Woo! Okay, so
am I ready?
I don't think you're ready for this one. Okay. So now in East New York, now I don't know all the details, so I'm just gonna try to talk what I know. But in East New York, there is a high school. I believe it was a high school. Then football team, whatever. Something happened with one of the players and the coach, where it was disagreement or altercation or something. And the coach, he almost put them paws on the player, for whatever news. Yeah, breaking news, everybody.
Wow.
For whatever reason. Then also in East New York, Brooklyn, a high school, I believe it was a high school. Once again, a teacher this time and a student had some words for whatever reason. And it was said that a teacher, they did have an altercation, and the teacher did put hands and paws on the student and a knee. Yeah, the teacher put their knee in the student's chest, and it was said that the student had just had open heart surgery. So now, for whatever reason, this teacher lost it. Yeah, so that's kind of some breaking news that's happening in BK, like
East New York.
Listen, if y'all don't know East New York,
And that story especially hurts my spirit. I lived in East New York for a summer of 2021. I was staying with my beautiful cousin Annette, may she rest in heaven. She had
Mhm.
gotten me a job as a teacher, working as a summer school teacher. I was the assistant acting teacher in a middle school.
Mhm.
So I have a special relationship to East New York and to the idea of being a teacher working and living in East New
Mhm.
York. So this story especially hits my spirit especially strong and in a not good way. And I'm really sorry to hear that's the thing and that happened.
Yeah, it's horrible. And you know what? Now, and whew, so I also host a show called Let's Talk About It on Tuesday nights on S Street Media. You can check them out on YouTube. So this actually came up because one my co-host, his son was the one, that had the issue with the coach. So he was very emotional, very upset, and things like that. So yesterday on the show, I let him vent out. I didn't say anything because, what I'm saying, at the end of the day, that's his son. And, you're being a parent and knowing that your son almost got hit by the coach. It's like, what's going on? If I was to play devil's advocate, now I'm not like, just like yesterday, I do not condone teachers or parents, or not parents, but adults, putting their hands on children. Because, these are high school, they're like under 18, they're still children. I don't condone that at all. At all. I feel like, if you feel like it's about to get to a point where you want to put pause on a student or whatever, or a player, you need to go get another, adult to help you with the situation. But
Yeah.
you, but with that being said, playing devil's advocate, but not now. Once again, I'm not saying you should ever hit a child ever, but I do know that a lot of times we hear these stories like, oh, this happened to this kid, or a teacher did this to this kid. But what we hardly hear is what was the build up, because a lot of times these students are very, 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 very and continuous, disrespectful to elders. Now, once again, I'm not saying that the elders or older people should put hands on the children, but I do know that a lot of times these kids can be very disrespectful and like taunt the teachers and adults. Also too, they have their peers that they're trying to show off for. So I'm never not saying it's right, but I am curious to know what led up to these circumstances. Like I said, the one with the with the teacher putting his knee in the child's chest. I mean, that's of course that's definitely not right. But I am curious just to know, well, what made that happen? I mean, he didn't do it for no reason. So I don't know. A lot
Well,
of times.
question.
Go ahead.
But does it really matter? I mean, and of course we can say it matters because we can do character studies, we can do breakdowns of the human psyche to see what
Yeah.
leads up to these things to possibly prevent them. But is there ever any excuse? Do the circumstances
No.
really matter in something a case like this?
Right. No. Yeah. I mean, you know what? No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter per se that that you're putting your hands. But I'm just saying that. Okay. I guess what I'm saying is, back in I guess the old days, or certain parts of the country, a lot of you can say the old days. A lot of parents would say, "Well, yeah, get my child." What I'm saying? I know we're not like that now, but
Right.
it's almost like a lot of parents would say, "Well, what did you do?" What I'm saying? They're asking the child, "Well, what did you do?" Because a lot of people think, "Well, why? What made this teacher do X, Y, and Z?" I don't believe the teacher's just going to do this. But I guess it's potatoes, whatever. But I see what you're saying as well. That still, it doesn't matter. I guess you're saying like it doesn't matter what the child may have done. The result never should be, and I agree. The result
Right.
never should be that the child is getting hit. But I will say that these children need to also be children and not be being so insubordinate and just so disrespectful and disobedient to these adults. Because these adults, obviously, they're losing it. So you got to be
Yeah.
careful. But yeah, but that's the breaking news, everybody. We could definitely stay on this all day long, but we got to get into this real talk. Let us know, what are your thoughts on that. Maybe you heard it. If you live in the New York area, let us know what are your thoughts on this. But yeah, we're going to keep the show moving with the real talk. Hit it.
Everyone. Hurricane Milton hit you guys like a big rock. October 9th, 2024. Here's the
All right,
announcement.
everybody, it's time for the real talk. So I hope that you all are ready to dish with us. Okay, so first up, we're going to be talking about Lizzo. That's right, musical artist Lizzo. As y'all know, she has been in the news a lot lately. You know, she stays in the news. Poor thing, she can't help herself. Look at her. She can't help herself. She loves to be in the news. But I guess that's that's how it is whenever you're a celebrity. But this time she's in the news because now Lizzo is starting to want to lose weight. Now, as y'all remember, Lizzo, she has supposedly been very proud to be, what she called a big girl. She even had a show called Watch Out for the Big Girls. But now, now she want to lose weight. And so many over so many years, she has dressed how she want to dress. She doesn't care how she's looking. She doesn't care what she's showing. She's supposed to be very body positive and just saying that she is not trying to lose any weight, but now she is trying to lose weight. So, so the question is this just evidence that people do not like overweight people? We just thought that Lizzo was going to be one on one. They'd be like, listen, yeah, this is me. I'm going to eat how I want to eat. I'm going to be the size I want to be. But now they don't got the Lizzo. Every now and then she be up on social media talking about how she's ready to quit because people just don't like her. Well, yeah, they don't like her. They don't like how she look, a lot of people. Daniel, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, do you really think that that the issue is that society doesn't like overweight people or fat people? Is that
Yes.
well?
And let me tell you
Okay,
something.
okay. Okay. Go ahead.
And you know what? But let me tell you something. You know what? I have said this many times, and people always seem to be shocked, or they're like, really? Why do you say that? But there was I think a couple people, they were like, I see what you mean. I'm gonna tell you my okay. See what I'm talking about? Okay. See, here's some people who used to be a little bigger, and now look at Monique. Now you don't even know who she is, but she looks good though. But you know
She
what?
does.
Also, I'm going to tell you my own journey. So, Z Fly, so I was slimmer. I started drinking a little bit too much, eating a little bit too much. I was gaining weight. And you know what? And Daniel, I can tell you, also too, now I grew up, a slimmer person. So, so growing up slimmer, always being slimmer most of your life. And then, you start gaining weight. And I mean, you should have heard just the comments. It was almost like I was a totally different person. And that's why I started to realize that I just thought people don't like fat people. How people, how like they have those
Right.
fat jokes and all these kind of things. I was getting those jokes. And I'm like, well, dang, I'm still the same person. I'm like, weight can be gained, weight can be lost, but the people
Right.
definitely treat you totally different whenever you are bigger. I remember, I'm gonna give you one more example, then I'm gonna shut up and let you talk. One time I went to Fashion Week here in New York City, Fashion Week. Yeah. I remember most of the time when I was going to Fashion Week, people like, oh my God, let me get a picture of you, When I had my little weight on me, oh no, they don't want no pictures of me. I used to have another co-host, and he was looking very, very sharp, very, very fly. And they was like, oh my God, let me get your picture. And they did not want me nowhere in that picture. Yeah, I mean, I got treated totally different from weight on and weight off. There's also a quote with Oprah. Oprah, she has the yo-yo effect. She's up and down with her weight. And and Oprah said that whenever she is above 200 pounds, she gets treated differently, opposed to when she's under 200 pounds. So yeah, I really don't think that people like bigger people. I'm sorry. What's more of your thoughts?
Well, Z, it's interesting that you shared a little bit about your journey because I actually wasn't going to talk about myself, but when you talked a little bit about what you had gone through, I'll share this much about myself and my own journey. I've had some issues with weight fluctuation my most of my life. I was a chubbier kid, not really big, but I was a little on the chubbier side, and I was definitely teased throughout my elementary and middle school years. As I got into teenagehood and I started to become more health conscious, and I started to become better in control of what I was putting in my mouth and more conscious of that, and also physically moving my body. And I started to slim down. I do
Right.
notice that my treatment got a lot more positive. There was this one girl in my school. She wanted to start a cheerleading squad. We didn't have one at the time. And she hounded me to join the cheerleading squad. I started getting a lot more, I noticed both male and female attention, both romantic attention as well as compliments from other girls telling me how pretty I was when I was slimmer. And then at a later point in my life, when I was in my 20s, after I had my son and my weight had ballooned up again, and I had gotten close to 200 pounds,
Mm.
I became virtually invisible to people. The
Wow.
romantic, the romantic pursuit stopped. I stopped getting compliments, platonic compliments from other women. I became invisible. So
Yeah.
I can definitely see that being
Yeah. Yeah.
a prejudice against heavier people.
that's it. And and also too, not to try to shed light on a certain community, but also too, what I'm saying, I know like with the gym, the gym heads to a lot of people they're really into the gym and all this stuff. And yeah, some of those people can look down on people who is always working out and doing all this stuff and staying fit. So, people do look down on people because of their weight. I'm pretty sure we can hear many stories of Hollywood on how this person didn't get this role because maybe they was a little bit too bigger or too fluffy. We hear it all the time. So yeah, in my opinion, people don't like fat people. Look at these people up here. See all these people. Look at her, I forget, Gabby. They act like they was happy, but you see them eventually losing the weight. And also too with Lizzo, I didn't like how she was condoning being overweight because at the end of the day, not even for appearance wise, but it's not even good health wise.
It's
So
not.
yeah, I definitely wouldn't. I don't think that's cool to be condoning and a bigger I understand that everybody's body's different. Some people may just be bigger. They have, how to say you're big boned or whatever. But if you
Right.
can, yeah, but if you can lose the weight, then I would definitely, definitely try to lose it. Everybody, but let us know what you think in the chat. Let us know, what do you think? Do you think that that people being overweight, that people just don't like people overweight? They just secretly don't like it, even with all the body positivity that's out there. But really, deep inside, nobody don't really want to see nobody overweight. Like I said, look at Lizzo. Look at her. She's trying to lose the
Oh,
weight.
and
And it,
I'll say I'll say one last thing as an actor myself, since you did touch on the entertainment industry aspect of how we are physically viewed as an actor or actress, whichever particular terminology you support. I've been told to both gain weight for roles and lose weight for roles. And when I had gained weight unintentionally before, I had been told by a director and a producer that I needed to lose weight because while there were certainly roles for heavier women in Hollywood, they were typically not the leading lady.
see what I'm talking about? Bam. And we're gonna move on from that. Thank you. And then that's how you pin that and you move on. All right, everybody. So next the real talk. We're gonna talk about Danielle. Why is it so hard for people to tell people no? Oh my gosh, Danielle, it's not even funny. Like I don't think you understand how funny this isn't because I have so many people in my life, from family to relatives to friends to coworkers, who will always just be like, they just can't say no. I'm gonna give you a good example. I used to do
Mhm.
this. I used to do this family and friends vacation because once because I was hearing a lot of rumblings from my family and friends about, oh, we don't never do anything as a family. Other families do this and do that. We don't ever do anything. So my idea was like, oh, you know what? I should start a family and friends vacation. So I did it for about 3 years. So I would always invite, relatives and family. I would tell them that, hey, you can also invite other people as well, friends, whomever. But you know what? But then some people, a few people will say, "Oh, I wish I could go. I can't make it." But then some I would send the invite to, and they would never say yay or nay. It's like it's almost as if they didn't want to tell me no, I can't go. Like it was gonna hurt my feelings, and like they were gonna stop me from going. I was still gonna go regardless. I just don't understand, why can't people just tell you no? What's the problem, Danielle? Talk to me.
As opposed to what, they would leave you hanging, they would just like ghost you, not respond. Like what exactly would happen?
That's it.
They
Yeah,
just
they would
wouldn't
never,
say
they
no.
wouldn't say anything. They wouldn't say, "Oh, I wish I could go. I can't go." You know what I'm saying? They would just they would leave it open. Like, and so I'm thinking like, "Hey, are you going? Are you not going?" And then some of them who said that they were going, I said, "Okay, cool. I will follow back up with them." And then they would just say
Mhm.
nothing instead of saying, "Oh, well, thank you for
Oh
following back
wow.
up." But yeah, but I realize I can't go. I just understand people just can't tell you no. It ain't gonna make me cry.
Right.
I don't understand.
Well, here's the thing. Historically, I've been an over apologist. I've been one of those people that's been afraid to say no because I don't want to hurt someone's feelings. That being said, as much as uncomfortable as I am telling people no, and I am working on that, by the way, setting stronger boundaries for myself, I've learned that saying no, as much as I think it might hurt the person's feelings, sometimes you said it's not going to make you cry. It might make some people cry, but I still think it's better to give someone an answer because at least it shows respect and courtesy and
Right.
respect for that person's time rather than just ghosting them and not giving them any answer. I might be disappointed with the no. I might be. And if I am, so what? Oh, well, but at least I have a concrete answer. And now that I know
Exactly.
that the answer is no, I know how to move forward around the no rather than you
Yes.
not telling me anything and I'm left unprepared, I'm left disappointed, I'm left wondering, I'm left, are we cool? Or, you know what I mean? So I agree. Even if the no may be uncomfortable, consider the alternative of ghosting the person and not giving them any answer and all the negative possibilities that may come out of, you know,
Right.
the
I
non-answer.
agree. I agree 100% exactly. So that's that. So let us know, what do you all think? Do you all have a hard time telling people no? And if you do, why? Listen, just like Daniel said, it's good for people to know, the answer, even if it is no, so that way they know how to proceed. Don't leave people stuck, like wondering, oh well, are they still gonna do it? Haven't heard anything, and then the whole time you ain't gonna do it. Just tell the people no. But look, Danielle, here's the crazy thing about no. There are many ways to let people down or say no without it sounding harsh. Yeah, no can come in.
Exactly.
Yeah, no can come in very nice. Oh, thank you so much for thinking of me. But unfortunately, you don't have to be like, well, no, I ain't doing it. Y'all need to do better, okay? Because listen, y'all holding us up. I got things to do. So just tell me no, so I can move on. All right, speaking of
Exactly.
moving on, we're going to go into the next topic, which is that Vice President Kamala Harris. Let me tell you something.
Whew.
Is she losing the black vote? Woo! Is she losing the black vote? Looking, no, and the question should be, is she, never mind, I ain't gonna say that. Anyway, is she losing the black vote? That's the question. As y'all may know, recently, former President Barack Obama, he took to the social media, to the news, or wherever he went to let black men know that they need to get out there and vote for Kamala Harris. And he had his own reasons of why they're not voting. It's like, oh, is it because she's a woman, or you need to get out there and the black men, you need to get out there and vote, 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 vote. Yeah, that's what President Barack Obama said. But we're gonna see exactly how does some black men feel about Barack Obama telling them how they should vote. Let's check out this video, shall we?
Black people, you don't own me.
So no, Barack, I'm not going to support Kamala Harris because you said that that is my duty as a young black man.
And now you have the audacity to try to shame black brothers to vote for Kamala? She ain't one of us.
You don't even live in Chicago anymore. You left your black community, Barack Obama, and you want to tell us how to vote? We're not having that, and we're not voting for Kamala Harris.
Black conservatives all over social media of all different ages have come out
that was good right there.
Barack Obama after he had a message saying that the brothers are not supporting Kamala Harris, and that is an issue. They don't really recognize how much she relates to them, and we need to do something about this. I need to wake you guys up. These guys, these black conservatives, they came out with different messages. Many other ones, not as prominent on social media, came out with videos as well. We'll jump into those. But first, it's Sean.
Yes. So there you have it. So as you can see, a lot of black men, there was just some, but a lot of black men, they were not happy about Barack Obama telling them how to vote. And you know what, Danielle, in my opinion, it really is very insulting. Whenever you really start to think about it, you have whites, you have Asians, you have Hispanics, you have all these other nationalities and races out there where it's almost like, oh, they can vote however they want to. But when it comes to black people, and I guess specifically black men in this case, they only supposed to vote Democrat. Like, what were your thoughts? Like, do you think that she's losing the black vote?
I think that unfortunately she's starting to leave a bad taste in a lot of black people's mouths because what tends to happen is, and I say this, I'm going to leave myself out of it for the most part, but I just say this as someone who's historically been a liberal leaning person myself, I can see where the Democratic Party is actually doing a lot more harm than good. A lot of times what they do is in an attempt to get black people to vote, I've noticed that they often insult Black people by leading into stereotypical tropes. One thing that Kamala, has been criticized for is seemingly dipping in and out of her Blackness when it's convenient. One of the
Uh,
things that she's been criticized for, yeah, you're about to say?
oh no,
Well,
I was agreeing with you.
yeah, earlier in her career, she was proudly, presenting herself as an Indian woman, which is beautiful and great, and she should embrace, the Indian part of her culture. She is a half Indian woman. But it just seemed later on in her career when it became obvious that she needed to win the Black vote, her entire narrative of self-identity shifted to becoming a Black woman. And people are just pointing out that that was not the narrative that was being presented to the public earlier on in her political career. And what seems to happen is when she tends to go to predominantly Black rallies, like earlier this year, she had a rally, I believe, in Atlanta, Georgia. One of the things that a lot of people took note of was the fact that she all of a sudden started speaking in AAVE, African American Vernacular English, whereas where she was speaking in other rallies that were not predominantly Black, and that accent was noticeably nowhere to be found. So a lot of Black people are starting to say, you're insulting our intelligence. Like, what game are you playing? It seems like the Democratic Party thinks so little of us as Black people that all they have to do is invite Meg Thee Stallion out to a rally in
Right.
front of us, or have a Kamala Harris mention Quavo, and then all of a sudden she gets cool points or street points because, as
Right.
we all know, Black people are a monolith, and Blackness is automatically associated with, Meg Thee Stallion and twerking.
Yeah.
So a lot of Black people were saying this is insulting to us as people. Are you really looking at us as intelligent minds capable of voting politically, or do all you have to do is like slap a hip hop figure in front of us and start, twerking and dancing and start speaking in AAVE, and Black people are supposed to, shuck and jive and say, hey, that's good enough for me. They got the same color skin as me, speaking in AAVE. She got my vote.
Yeah.
Forget policies not being talked about. Let me just vote for this person who just happens to share my skin tone and the fact
Right.
and the person that's playing our hip hop music in front of us. And a lot of Black people and a lot of Black men who feel as though they were not done right by the Obama administration are saying never again. And that seems to be what's happening with a lot of Black people, particularly Black men. Although a lot of people are still criticizing Obama for singling out Black men, particularly, especially
Yeah.
since Black American men still do not vote by and large much differently than Black women.
Right. You're right. Exactly. So yeah. So I don't know. You're right. I definitely saw a whole video where she definitely changes her vernacular. Depending on the crowd she's in front of, and like I said, she thinks that that's she's showing them that, oh, I can associate with you, but no. All it does is make her a chameleon. And some people said that that her theme song is Boy George, comma, chameleon. Yeah, that's all she does is just change where she's at. I mean, look at her. Look at how she looks. You can tell that she's not what you. But anyway, I'm gonna leave my opinions over here. All right, everybody. So the last part of the real talk that we have for you is we're gonna give you a quick update on the disastrous what happened. We definitely want to know that our hearts, our prayers, and our thoughts are still with the people who was affected by Hurricane Milton. Just to give you an update, so Florida counties hard hit by Hurricane Milton are returning to a semblance of normalcy, with power restored to most areas on Monday, this past Monday, gas stations reopening, and students preparing to return to school. There are still some neighborhoods remain without power, with many severely damaged homes and businesses. Their streets flooded and filled with debris. But on the whole, things were looking up. That's really good. Florida power companies have restored electricity to about 93% of the 3.4 million homes and businesses that lost their service after Milton made landfall late Wednesday as a Category 3 hurricane south of Tampa, smacking the region with 120 miles per hour winds and a storm surge of up to 10 feet. At least 11 people died, unfortunately. less than 2 weeks after Hurricane Helen inflicted major damage in Florida and other southeastern states. The death toll from Helene is more than 240. So we just want to give you a quick update on what's happening with Milton, Hurricane Milton. Looks like a lot of people are starting to get power back, and things are looking up. So once again, like I said, our heart, prayers, and thoughts are with the people of Florida. All right, everybody. So we thank you so much for tuning in. We hope that you enjoyed this Real Talk segment, but don't go anywhere because there's a whole lot more show coming up. Keep it locked because next I'm going to hit you with that in the know. You know what I'm saying? Keep you what's in the know right here in the tri-state area. So don't go anywhere. But right now, we're going to get to a quick music break and we'll be right back.
Music break.
You enchant me, even when you're not around. If there are boundaries, I will try to knock them down. I'm latching on, babe. Now I know what I have found.
All right, everybody. That's right. It's time to get in the know. I got the in the know for you.
Did you know? Did you know? Did you know?
Did you know?
Did you know? Did you know? Did you know?
No,
y'all
don't know, but I'm about to put y'all in the know. All right, so here we go. So NYPD seeks suspects in Brooklyn and Manhattan robbery spree. They target businesses. Look at that right there. Whew. I'm telling you, police are asking for public's help to find two men believed to be involved in more than a dozen robberies targeting businesses across Brooklyn and Manhattan. Haddam Adelam recalled the night back in August when he was working the front register at Sam's Natural Plus in Clinton Hill when two men entered the store and attempted to yank an ATM from its place near the entrance. Now, okay, did y'all just hear what I just said? Yanking ATMs. Now these are some professionals. Okay, this all happened as he said several customers were inside the deli. The brazen robbery attempt unfolded right in front of him, leaving both employees and customers in shock. So one person said, "It makes me feel like there's no security. If somebody could walk to many stores and do that without care, this is not a big problem. This is an ATM. I'm telling you, that's an ATM, people, and nobody's doing anything." Police said that the men hit 20 businesses from June to September. So they paid, in which a white van was used in at least one incident. And why is it always a white van? Had y'all noticed that? Okay, it says of those targeted, 16 were successful, leaving a trail of stolen ATMs and shaking business owners. Wow. One business owner said that he fended off the perps with a stick. Listen, that ain't funny, but you know that brings a whole new meaning to you got to fight them off with a stick. He said leading to an argument before the perps fled. In fact, it's happened twice before with crooks successfully making off with an ATM. After those incidents, the store took extra precautions, bolting the machine to the floor, a move that paid off when the latest robbery attempted failed. He's hoping the police catch the men before they strike again. But you know what I'm confused about? Why is he just now bolting an ATM? We're in 2024, almost 2025. I thought ATMs been bolted onto the floor. They haven't learned from years ago. Anyway, everybody, if y'all know anything about this crime, submit tips to police by calling Crime Stoppers at 1-800-577-TIPS, which is 8477, or by visiting crimestoppers.nypdonline.org, downloading the NYP Crime Stoppers mobile app, or texting 274-637, and then entering TIPS 577. Y'all got that? Well, all right, moving along. Now, let's go up to the Bronx. Okay, Bronx street vending enforces leads to hundreds of summonses. Now, look at this right here. Now, a lot of y'all people who may not live in New York, you know what I'm saying? Y'all come to all the little places and things, where the tourists go, and you see stuff like this. People just selling clothes and fruit and jewelry, and y'all think it's okay. Well, guess what? Unlicensed street vendors in the Bronx continue to get pushed out by authorities. The Department of Sanitation took responsibility for the Office of Street Vending Enforcement in March of 2023. During the first year, summonses in the Bronx increased by 29%, and hundreds have been issued this year. Y'all hear? I said hundreds. And look, and people are selling their items, but they're getting hit with summons. Walking down Kingsbridge Road by the number 4 train in the Bronx, warning signs from the Department of Sanitation and the NYPD are noticeable as the city cracks down on street vendors without a license. Someone said in Spanish that a massive cleanup occurred just 4 days ago, but he won't stop because this is the only way he can provide for his family. Now, he just said that's the only way he can provide for his family, and he's not going to stop. So he's just going to keep getting summons. Isn't that horrible? And then there are those like someone else who said who has a vendor license and has been on the corner for almost a decade. Wow. On the corner for a decade. This time they're selling fruit and stuff like that and clothes. They said when they started selling around here, they had the COVID and people didn't have no work, but they still gave them like 4 years to try and get themselves straightened out. Another person named Pedro, he claims the problem continues to be how long and complicated this process is to get a license. He says that his makeshift food cart was confiscated 5 weeks ago, and because he didn't have the $2,000 to pay to get it back, he just made another one. According to the Department of Sanitation, they have issued 741 summons in the Bronx this year to unlicensed street vendors. 8 of them in front of the Kingsbridge Armory. Somebody said that they should just come up with a way that these people can get their permits easily, because a lot of these people are migrants and they don't have the help to get the permits. On the other hand, most businesses owners and workers favor these enforcements. The people who have a license should stay. Otherwise, no. Who works at the department store? Listen, the maximum number of licenses available for general merchandise citywide is 853. So people, they're getting rid of these people. I think New York is just trying to clean up the streets, and this is a way to do it. A lot of people it's a catch-22. Like I said, some people, this is their way of living, but other people, they're looking at it like this is just you're in the way. Because once you go down the street and you see all this stuff like this, people's in the way. There's a lot going on, and you don't know who's taking what. Look at it. And now, see, a lot of times they put this stuff out here thinking that people's not going to take fruit and vegetables, but you'd be surprised. People are putting carrots and oranges in their pockets. So, you just have to really follow the rules. I know they say that the rules are made for breaking, but it also made for getting a summon too. All right, everybody, and you are now in the know. Keep it locked, because coming up next after the music break, we got more great show, and we also have getting that drunk off the juice with your girl Danielle. Y'all don't want to miss that, because she knows how to get us real drunk. I got my cup ready, y'all. I'll see y'all after the break. Deuces, don't go nowhere.
This love's for real.
Can't you see how I feel, baby? I've never felt this way before. I don't know what you did to me. Can't you see how I feel?
Everybody, hey, how's it going? How's it going? It's your girl Danielle, and I'm here to get you guys drunk off the juice. So I don't know how many of you guys have heard about this, but there's a story that's been trending and it's kind of going crazy viral. The story of Brett Fairley. Brett was a 23-year-old man who, at the time, had an affair, well, a one night stand, I should say, rather, with a woman from his hometown named Maria. Maria later came to Brett and said, listen, I have been unlucky in love. She texted him this: I've been unlucky in love and I really would like a child. And would you consider being a sperm donor to me? Now, I'm not sure why she thought it was a good idea to present this idea in a huge responsibility of fatherhood to a 23-year-old man, but I guess that's neither here nor there at the moment. Because she assured him that he would have no responsibilities, no ties to this baby whatsoever. So Brett eventually agreed to it. And when Maria became pregnant, she contacted Brett's family behind his back and invited them to the baby shower. Now, red flags should already be popping up here like crazy, because she initially told Brett that, listen, you don't have any responsibilities. You're going to simply be the biological donor to my child. It begins and ends there. Now she's over here concocting this web of I don't know what to get Brett more involved in her life than what she initially presented to him, including contacting his family behind his back without his knowledge. Uh, Brett's family eventually bonded with Maria and encouraged Brett to be a part of the baby's life. And Brett, due to some moral, I guess, fiber that he felt some sort of loyalty to, he felt that was the right thing to do, especially since she was a little girl. I'm not super sure what her gender has to do with him wanting to be in the baby's life, but that's what Brett said out of his own mouth. And Maria and Brett continued to have a very tumultuous relationship. They were getting into all these fights, and she would do like these like little petty things, like not let Brett see his daughter, their daughter, I'm sorry, their daughter, due to like petty arguments. In fact, there was like it got so bad. It got to a point where there was a double standard put in place where things were okay. They got to a point where things were okay, and Brett was allowed to see his daughter on a regular basis. But as soon as Brett got into a relationship with another woman, there became issues. Maria wouldn't let Brett really see his daughter, and she didn't want Brett's girlfriend anywhere near their daughter, even though she herself was in a relationship with another man, and it was okay to have him around their daughter all the time. Brett says that his girlfriend was a nurse and a mother herself, and a really wholesome figure, and no threat to their daughter whatsoever. But Maria was essentially being petty and spiteful. So I just wanted to like throw that story out there, and uh, the latest update was Brett finding out that the little girl, unfortunately, was not his, and his entire family is now distraught over the situation. So, what do you guys think about situations like this? I mean, I personally think that if a woman who's a bit older is presenting to a 23-year-old young man, hey, be the father of my child, that alone is a red flag, as most 23-year-old men are typically not there in terms of psychological and emotional maturity to father children. There are exceptions, but in the society we live in, red flags should be going up if an older woman is presenting that to a man just a few years past 20. Second of all, the fact that she started roping him in with more lies after she initially presented to him, hey, you will bear no responsibility. I just need your DNA. It begins and ends there. That seems like the makings of the trimmings of some sort of a obsession Lifetime movie, if you ask me. But I don't know what you guys think. Is Maria like a certified, I don't know, Looney Tune? I mean, and Brett, I mean, my guy, I feel for you. I feel for your family. I am so sorry that you guys went through this, and I can't imagine the emotional devastation that all of this must have caused. But moving forward, I hope that you've learned to recognize some red flags about human behavior. When an older person tells you that they've been unlucky in love and they're targeting you as a younger person, and also as a person who's younger and telling you that, hey, I have a good idea. Why don't you father my child? Even though we don't really know each other all that well, that's the worst that can happen. So I don't know, guys. That sort of seems just a little nutty to me. And again, my heart really does go out to Brett and his family. And yeah, best of luck to the little girl in that situation for sure, because she's the one who loses out in this nutty scenario.
Hold on, but just so that I'm okay. But Brett, all right, Brett has a girlfriend, correct?
Correct.
And the girlfriend didn't know of this. Is that what you said?
No, the girlfriend was not allowed to be around the daughter. That's what I pointed out, according to Maria. Maria thought that the girlfriend was a bad influence, or so she proposed.
Okay, got you. Okay,
Meanwhile, she had a boyfriend, but the boyfriend was allowed to be around their daughter. Huge double standard. There was no legitimate reason why the girlfriend couldn't be around their daughter, according to Brett. Wholesome woman, a nurse, a mother, a loving mother herself. Said Maria was just being petty and just trying to make up some BS double standard.
Yeah. Okay, well, listen, those are these people problems. That's all I got to say about this.
Yeah.
Wowza. Okay.
Good luck, guys.
All right. Well, thank you for that, Juice. If I ain't drunk, I'm definitely confused. I don't know. Oh my God. All right, everybody. So that is your drunk off the juice for this week. All right. Once again, thank you so much for everybody for tuning in. If you're listening to this after the fact, then thank you for that as well. Also, just to let everybody know that we are live on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram at Real Hot Fresh. That's how you can find us. All right, but right now we're going to go ahead and keep the show moving and get into some laughs with 10 ways you know you are ghetto.
She just appears to be just a little bit ghetto to me. A little bit ghetto, a little bit hood. She just appears to be just a little bit ghetto to me.
Just a little bit too ghetto. All right, number one, you know you ghetto when you use duct tape to fix everything in your house, okay? Now, Daniel, why are those pictures on the wall hanging up by duct tape? You know what I'm saying?
This is the second time you did this to me, Z. I feel attacked.
No, are you
I feel attacked. Okay, not attacked. I feel judged. I feel judged at least.
Okay, okay, my bad. Listen, I'm just saying, but you know what I'm saying? Look, you know those chairs over there? There you go. They got that good old duct tape wrapped around it. I'm like, if y'all don't go buy some more chairs, duct tape can't fix everything, despite what they tell you.
It can cure the common cold.
That's it. Number two, you ghetto when your car makes more noises than a marching band, but you turn up the radio to ignore it like problem solved. Listen, it might sound like a coughing hippo, but I ain't trying to hear that right now. I gotta get where I got to go. Number three, number three, you ghetto when you have the whole dresser drawer full of condoms, but you don't have one pair of clean underwear. Now listen, you got them priorities like yeah, you got the protection, that's cool, but you ain't got no clean underwear. Like that ain't cool. That's dirty.
Oh, is that ghetto or is that just you said dirty?
That's just dirty, right? That's dirty. Ghetto dirty. Number four, you ghetto when your window is broken, so you hold it up with a broomstick and tell people it's custom ventilation. Okay, listen.
Okay, I've done the broomstick thing before, but I didn't tell people over that.
Oh, you know that? Okay, good. All right, well, listen, look good. You ain't making excuses for it. You was ghetto.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Number five, you ghetto when you rewash plastic forks and knives from your last takeout, like it's fine china. And you know what? Listen, I ain't trying to call nobody out, but I know someone who washes plastic forks and spoons and not, and I'm like, oh, I hate it. Because you know why I hate it? Because you're missing the point. Like the whole point is to not wash dishes, right? So if you're gonna buy plastic and you actually gonna wash it, you might as well just use your real china. If you're gonna wash,
I got you.
You see what I'm saying? That is so ridiculous.
Got
and I
you.
know somebody like that, and they know who I'm talking about. and look, every now and then on a sneak tip, I throw stuff away too. Sure do. All right, number six. You ghetto when your flat screen is sitting on a cardboard box that used to hold it, and you still have it in a modern TV stand. So you know what I'm saying? Listen, yeah, your flat screen is on a. You again? Okay, you looking around?
No. I'm just thinking.
No, okay. Listen, hold on. I'll leave that alone. Number seven. Number seven. It might be a struggle if your fridge is empty except for three things. Okay, leftover Chinese food, a bottle of 40, and a pitcher of Kool-Aid. Now you're in a struggle. Listen. Listen, I know some people who said that 40 has got them through many nights. Yeah, a bottle of 40. I don't know how they drink it, but it happens. Number eight, you ghetto when your car seat covers are old towels or blankets you had since you were a kid. Okay. Listen, you can't buy no seat covers. Just use a blanket. Number nine, you ghetto when you use a butter knife to screw something in because who needs a toolbox when you got modern innovation? Just use that butter knife to, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and screw in those screws.
I've done that once.
Just once?
At least once.
I can believe it. But it worked. It worked.
Right.
That's right.
You.
That's it. They work. And number 10, y'all, you ghetto when you spray perfume in the air and walk through it to save the good stuff for a special occasion, like going to Walmart. Now, listen, I'm telling you, Walmart, for some people, that is the place to go. They were the best perfume to Walmart. Y'all need to get it together. All right, y'all. That is your 10 ways you ghetto for this week. All right, but right now we're gonna keep the show moving. That's why we're keeping it moving with a Wham, another segment of Wham by your girl Danielle.
Good job. I am so proud
Hey, everybody.
of you.
Hey, y'all. This section of Wham is honoring young brother Dwayne Perkins. This talented brother was born on the 5th of November in 1990. He is an American comedian, writer, actor, and producer. A modern day Leonardo da Vinci, no doubt. This young brother wears many hats. And I'm very happy to have discovered him. This multi-talented individual was born and bred in Chicago and received improv training at the Second City and also worked for the I.O. Theater. Variety magazine recommended his stand-up comedy, and so did Just for Laughing Comedy Festival. He has appeared in Wild 'N Out and the Up shows. He was raised in the south side of Chicago near Marquette Park, and he was the first African American male to receive an international baccalaureate diploma from his high school. After college, Perkins continued to work at a Second City, task of performance at the I.O. Theater, and was a member of the improv trio Three Pearl. In 2016, he wrote and performed The Black Side of the Moon in the at the Woolly Mammoth Theater in DC. His work consistently covers issues of identity such as race and sexuality. And I really love the fact that he presents us as a people, us, I'm referring to Black people here, in a multifaceted way, when the media so often, as we were talking about earlier, with the whole issue with what's going on with Kamala Harris and Barack Obama and the Democratic Party, typically marketing Black people as a monolith and as one-dimensional characters that are more like caricatures than actual human characters with depth. So the fact that he uses his platform and his voice and his art to explore issues of race and how race affects the way he identifies not only himself, but how he interacts with the world, how he interacts with other humans who see him through a racial lens as well, is really interesting to explore, especially when he, similar to James Baldwin, although James Baldwin was a literature guy, a wordsmith, the way I used to be in my former life, but the way James Baldwin often explored issues of sexuality and race intertwined with sexuality, which historically has been viewed as a really taboo thing for Black people to delve into, particularly in mainstream media. Like, Black people's sexuality, ooh, what's that all about? Especially when a lot of the Black American male image has been so often exploited as one of a sexual deviant. Same thing with Black American women. We've been hypersexualized in media and hip hop videos. And I do appreciate the fact that this young brother explores sexuality in race in a lens that's a little bit more intellectually in depth than what the mainstream media typically would like to portray of us as a people. So shout out to you, young brother, Dwayne Perkins, actor, writer, comedian, and Chicago-born, multi-talented modern-day Leonardo da Vinci. Dwayne Perkins, you are definitely Wham, aka What a Man, and much respect to you and salute for what you do, not only for race and identity politics, but for the art community and for the human community. Thank you, Dwayne. Dwayne Perkins, what a man. And I will out a music break.
Our fears and release our yesterday. We'll be stars. It's the nights like these that take our breath away. Can we paint in colors of love? Can we find the words to say that you're my favorite? You are blue and you kiss the color of morning. Your eyes, the sunrise, and mine, the blinding moon. Baby, I come alive at the times that I'm with you. Lazy days we lay are amazing. I'm so faded, breathing you. For some reason, I need you. This is golden. Cover me in the coloring of you loving me. This is golden. So bright and bold. So bright and bold. Should we fight this feeling, fearing that we are too involved? Is it far too fast? Will it last? Am I asking too much? Is this human? Or is our desire to define and crazy love? Is this heaven? Have you ever felt like this before? Your eyes, the sunrise, and mine, the blinding moon. Baby, I come alive at the times that I'm with you. Lazy days.
What's going on, people? You know you're keeping it real hot and fresh with the best. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of the show, because guess what? We got some news to share with you. That's right. So if you want to know what it is, you got to stay to the end of the show. But right now, we're going to get into this next segment. That's right. It's called Lamb or Laugh. That's right. Which one is a lamb?
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy. You get your goddamn ugly ass. Oh, my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
All right, everybody. So today we are going to be doing a lamb. And once again, what is a lamb? L-A-A-M. No, we're not talking about L-A-M-B, an animal. We're talking about a lamb, which is life as a man. So today we're going to focus on a lamb. So I have a picture, a little cartoon picture to show you, which is signifying two things. It's signifying a man. He's going to be, running after a woman, the chase of a woman, and then, there you go. And then, as you can see, 9 months later. So now it doesn't show it, but on the first part of the picture, the top part, it should say February 14th. So obviously that's Valentine's Day. The man, he's looking kind of, wound up, and he's chasing a woman. She's wearing little, what they would say, scantily clad outfit. But then 9 months later, on November 14th, now it looks like she's pregnant, and now she's running after him, basically to probably help, get those responsibilities. Now, what makes this a lamb is, why do men like to play around but ditch the responsibility when a child is on the way? And, we see this so much in our society. I mean, how many people can you just have a conversation with who talk about how their dad wasn't there, how they don't know their dad, or there's all these different stories that we can hear from people. And why are men ditching their responsibility? I mean, as you can see in the very front, he's happy and everything. But then whenever an offspring is on the way, now it's time to run. So, the reason why this was so, I want to make this a lamb today is because, even though it's like a cartoon, but it really focuses on like a real life, what really happens in real life. And there was a plethora of different comments. There's hundreds of comments that people had commented on. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was really taking it aback too. Like, there's one guy right here, Joseph Korkmaz. He said, well, she had a part in it also. Don't blame the men only. She had her legs open for that time. Now, you see what I'm saying? That's a lamb. Life as a man. That's something a man would think and only say, like, well, it's her fault too. She don't blame me. Andrew Konovich, he commented and said, Joseph, he should have an abortion, reproductive freedom. Okay, that's what Andrew said. Another chatter named Jack, he said, right. Start with love and life, end it with murder. Must be a woke dim. And then Andrew commented to Jack, and he said, far from it. If a woman can murder her baby, a man should be able to declare a male abortion and have no further obligations. Robert McNamara wrote in his book, in retrospect, that Johnson escalated the Vietnam War to divert attention away from Medicare and Social Security legislation, so life programs could be created. This government socialism was the escalation of the communist takeover of America. And yes, I stole stole the male abortion ideas from Dave Chappelle, America's greatest comedian. So yeah, so as you see, so I mean, but actually there was so many other or more comments. Like they really took this serious, because it is serious things. Danielle, what are your thoughts of this lamb? Like just seeing February 14th, he's all aroused, chasing a woman. They do their thing, obviously. 9 months later, she got to chase him because he's like, I don't know. I'm not dealing with that. What are your thoughts?
I don't know, but not that I don't know. That's always the answer. It's kind of a sad reflection of where we are in society. A lot of people, I feel, are too casual about intimate relations these days, and they're here for a good time, not a long time, without really paying a lot of heed to the fact that there are serious consequences attached to being physically intimate with someone. Oftentimes, a pregnancy can result. There are different illnesses that can be caused. A lot of times, sometimes it's just an emotional disturbance, like what happened with the case of our friend Brett back there in Maria. People are not on the same page emotionally, and that causes all sorts of distress in families. I think people should really stop and take a serious look at hookup culture and consider the fact that, hey, you know what? We're at a place in our society where people are more miserable because people long for love. They look for relationships, but everyone is under this illusion of, hook up. There's a sea of people out there, partially due to the illusion of social media, Instagram and other social medias that give the illusion that there's just an endless sea of people out there, and that, hey, if things don't work out with this person, no big deal. You don't have to take it seriously. After all, there's a plethora of people out there when there technically are, but there are more variables that, need to be factored in rather than, hey, there's human bodies out there. I can just hook up with any human body. You cannot. I think people really need to stop and look at relationships and human connections the way they did perhaps 40, 50 years ago, when people seem to be happier overall with the arc of where they were, sexually, romantically, emotionally, socially.
Exactly. Yeah. So there you have it, everybody. So that is your today's lamb, life as a male. 1 minute they're running towards the goodies, and the next minute they are running away whenever they feel like the goodies they're damaged goods now, basically. Oh my God, did I just say that? Oh, God. All right, everybody. We thank you so much for tuning in to the show and keeping it real hot and fresh with us. But however, we do want to take a moment and hear a message from our sponsor, Paradox 09322. Check this out. What's up, everybody? It's your guy Z Fly, and I'm so excited to tell you about what's happening new. As y'all know, it's a new season. That's right, fall. The leaves are changing, they're falling off the trees, and there's a little crisp in the air. But guess what? That is not all that's happening this fall. That's right, our sponsor, Paradox 09322, she is back with her autumn collection. And let me tell you, everybody, it is a must-have. Let's get into it. First off, she has her antibacterial hand foam soap. Woo! Let me tell you something. With ingredients like camphor, pink grapefruit, Peru balsam, wormwood, hopewood, distilled water, 4 different carrier oils, aloe vera, and vegetable glycerin, those benefits are off the chain because it's gonna clean and disinfect your hands while the essential oils provide uplifting and soothing effects. I'm telling you, everybody, your hands will thank you every time you go to wash them. Now, the one cool thing about this product is it comes in 2 different fun sizes. You have the regular size of 8 fluid ounce, but then you also have a sample size of 1 fluid ounce. So that way, it kind of gives you, a little, you got some options there. Okay, some options. Also, next on the list is the aromatic air freshener. Woo! Let me tell you something. Those dinner parties are never going to be the same again because the benefits, it freshens the air with a pleasant scent, all while the essential oils help create a calming and refreshing atmosphere. Can you imagine that? You're just sitting there watching TV, you know what I'm saying? You're playing the game and you just feel this calming effect. That's because you're going to be in the Paradox. That's right. With ingredients like gluten-free vodka, baking soda, black spruce, wintergreen, basil, tangerine, and jasmine, You're going to be calm and chillaxing all of the time. Also, this also comes in fun sizes. You have the 1 fluid ounce sample size and then the regular size of an 8 fluid ounce. Now let's go back to the hand foam soap. Now, if you're wondering about these prices, don't worry, because it's so affordable. The sample size is only $2, which gives you the benefit of trying different scents, all at one time for only $2. The regular size for the hand foam soap is only $13. Air freshener also comes in a $2 sample size, but it's only $10 for the regular size. That is a really, really great. Now, you may be like, okay, wait a minute now. Which one do I get? I want the hand foam soap, and I also want the air freshener. Well, that's fine. Why not get them both? That's right, because they come in a bundle for only $20. That is a great, great deal for 8 fluid ounce size bottles. And let's get into the scents of it all, because the scents are crazy. That's right, she has scents like Autumn Air, Autumn Garden, Happy Harvest, Crisp Walk, and Sweater Weather, and so much more. That's right. So like with like these fun type of scents, you already know that your hands and your home are gonna just be smelling off charts right now. That's right. And the one great thing about the bundle is you can try a scent of each. So you can get one scent of the air freshener in a scent, and then also get another scent in the hand foam soap. So those are like some fun choices that you have right there. So now, if you do have any questions or want to know more, then definitely feel free to reach out to our sponsor. Her name is Jewel Bullock, and she is waiting and ready and more than happy to take any of your questions about, allergies or any other ingredients, within the product itself. Be sure to hit her up. There's her email right there. Hit her up and let her know any concerns you may have on the products. That's right, everybody. And guess what? These items are so easy to order. All you have to do is go to our website. That's right at the bottom, right here. Go to the website. You hit enter site. Click on the shop area. Scroll down until you see from our sponsors. Click it, and there you go. It is time for happy shopping. You cannot go wrong with Paradox 09322 products, all natural products, may I add. You cannot go wrong, so definitely check it out. All right, everybody. Also, too, now, if you yourself have a product or a craft that you need some representation or some promotion, guess what? We are open for sponsorship. So definitely look right here at the bottom. Hit us up. And one of our representatives will be more than happy to answer your questions and get back to you about any possible sponsorship, needs that you may have. All right. But in the meantime, definitely check out our website right here to get those Paradox 09322 products. That's right. The hand foam soap and the air freshener, so that you and your home can be smelling good this autumn. All right. Smell good autumn. Yes, smell good autumn it is. So that everybody, that is our gift to you this fall, is the smell good scents of our sponsor to put you in the Paradox 09322. There you have it. All right, moving along, everybody. Look, Danielle, do you know why I'm mad? I am mad, Danielle. Do you know why I'm mad?
Why are you mad?
Because you know what? Because we have not reached 100 subscribers yet. This is ridiculous, people. Now I know that a lot of people could use that $100 Walmart gift card. But you know what? Listen, I'm not going to blame y'all, all of y'all, because you know what I'm saying? We have not been doing our due diligence to really promote it, but that's okay. Like I said, by the end of this month, we will have that 100 subscriber. We are like this close, everybody. So we're going to show everything again. We're still looking for that 100 subscriber so that we can give that $100 Walmart gift card too. We're going to show you the QR code that's right behind us. Right now, if you are watching this, on your laptop or on your desktop, you can get your phone right now and start to scan. That's right. Hopefully you have a lot of different emails. subscribe all of your email addresses, okay? So that way, you can push yourself even closer to winning. We are very close. I'm telling you the truth. We are very, very close. And I know by the end of this month, we're definitely going to have a winner. That's how close we are. That's how close we are, people, that we're going to have a winner by the end of this month. And it could be you. Just go right here. That's right to the website. Once you log on to the website, you're going to see it's going to pop in your face. Just go ahead and put in your name and your email address. Hit enter, and you're in. Also, just to let you know that once again, we will not send any spam or scam mail. So don't worry if you're going to be, worried about your inbox being filled with a whole lot of, stuff. We are not going to do that. We just want to find that 100 subscriber to win this 100 Walmart gift card. There you go. But we're this close, so we're still looking for it. All right, everybody. Okay, so now in other news, everybody. So after only 4 episodes of the Keeping It Real Hot and Fresh show, we are back. We premiered on September 25th. But guess what, everybody? With all good things, some things do come to an end. So unfortunately, my girl beside me, Miss Danielle Buckery, she will be moving on to greener pastures.
Wow.
Yes, that's going to lead her, into another part of her craft, which is acting. Aww. I know, but it's bittersweet. But you know what? It's more sweet. So Danielle, let us know about your new venture.
Well, thank you, Z, for that little segue. I'm not going to say too much about it. One thing, because I really can't. I do have to honor the NDA. But I applied for a really exciting acting opportunity because first and foremost, I am an actor and writer, but I applied for a really exciting acting opportunity around the same time I applied for this job. And I just got word literally a few days ago that the really exciting acting opportunity is a green light and they would like to move forward with me. So I'm not going to say too much about it, only because I'm going to be honest with y'all. I am a little superstitious as well. I'm a huge practicer of the law of attraction these past 10 years, and I know how energy works. So I'm just a little superstitious about saying too much about what my projects are, NDA or not, only because I know that not everyone's intentions are always the most positive or always the most supportive. And I do know that vibrations affect all of us at every level. Right. So I will be moving on to do some acting work, but I loved it here in the short time that I was here because it did allow me to be in a creative space and express myself and just, basically as a creative spirit, engage with a fellow creative spirit and exchange some ideas, Right.
Exactly. Oh, I'm definitely gonna miss you. It's only been 4 episodes, but it feel like so much longer. You and I definitely had chemistry. We had a lot of laughs. You know what I'm saying? You get my craziness, I get your craziness, and we just really meshed. So I'm gonna really miss you. I'm pretty sure our audience is gonna miss you as well. But definitely, I definitely wish you the best of luck, on your next adventure. And I know that you're gonna knock them dead. I already know you're gonna knock them dead.
Thank you, Z. I appreciate that.
You are very welcome. But now listen, anytime, every so often, you got to come back and maybe possibly keep it raw and fresh with us, as a guest host or something. You know what I'm saying? Come visit us.
Okay. Come through.
Sounds good. So everybody, so definitely let's wish Danielle some good hearts, hugs, and best of luck on her new adventure. All right, everybody. So, but guess what? Definitely stay around because coming up, yes. Definitely stick around. So after the music break, we're gonna have Danielle's last I Am My Ancestors' Wildest Dreams segment. That's right. She's gonna hold that down for us, and we'll be close to the end of the show. So we're gonna give this music break, and listen, we still got more show to come up. So don't go anywhere because y'all know how we do. We keep it real hot and freaky fresh. Don't go anywhere.
Said I was conceited, thinking you would hurt my feelings. that you're bitter, 'cause I've started seeing you less. I got 'em blowing on my phone, saying what you want this weekend. What you want this weekend. I've had to lose a couple friends, 'cause they don't seem to get the picture. And I ain't gonna make it easier. Pour another drink for the night. Tell another truth in a rhyme. Spill another secret of mine. I don't really care if you like it. This is what I decided. I won't let you have what is mine. I'm safe for being lonely, it's fine. Kinda getting used to the vibe. Kinda getting used to the idea of it. I don't mind it. Please don't waste my time. Waste my time. No time for appreciate what's mine. What's mine. It's mine, so just please don't waste my time. Waste my time. No time for appreciate what's mine. What's mine. It's mine, so just please don't waste my time. Waste my time. No time for appreciate what's mine. What's mine. It's mine, so just please don't waste my time. Waste my time. No time for appreciate what's mine. What's mine. It's mine, so just you're indirecting. You're doing all this for attention. But this is just what I'm saying. This is why I've been on my thing. It's the reason I'm spending so much time alone. 'Cause I don't relate to anyone. Feeling so alone. So don't try to hit me up, no. 'Cause I won't answer my phone, yeah. I think that I'ma change my number. Pour another drink for the night. Tell another truth in a rhyme. Spill another secret of mine. I don't really care if you like it. This is what I decided. I won't let you have what is mine. I'm safe for being lonely, it's fine. Kinda getting used to the vibe. Kinda getting used to the idea of it. I don't mind it. Please don't waste my time. Waste my time. No time for appreciate what's mine. What's mine. It's mine, so just please don't waste my time. Waste my time. No time for appreciate what's mine. What's mine. It's mine, so just please don't waste my time. Waste my time. No time for appreciate what's mine. What's mine. It's mine, so just please don't waste my time. Waste my time. No time for appreciate what's mine. What's mine. It's mine, so just
body. So, hey, you guys. So, for this segment of I Am My Ancestors' Wildest Dreams, we are going to be celebrating the great Alma Thomas, a beautiful African American woman who contributed hugely to the art world. Alma Thomas, officially born Alma Woodsey Thomas, was born September 22nd, 1891, and passed away February 24th, 1978, at the age of 86. She led a pretty full life, you guys. She was a Black American artist and teacher who lived and worked in Washington, D.C. This wasn't so much so at the time, but she is now hailed as an important American painter of the 20th century. Thomas is best known for her exuberant, colorful abstract paintings that she created after retiring from a 35-year career teaching art at Washington Shaw's Junior High School. Impressive lady. I honestly don't know if I could have hung in there. But Alma Thomas. Between the in the 1960s and 70s, Alma went on to receive several awards and recognitions from an assortment of American art organizations and museums. In 1967, Thomas was an honorable mention in the American Austrian sorry, Society painting exhibition with her paintings, the Viennese Waltzes. Later in 1972, at the age of 81, Thomas was the first African American woman to have a solo exhibition at the Whitney Museum of American Art. Later, also in 72, a much larger exhibition was also held at the Corcoran Gallery of Art. After her show at the Whitney, her fame in the fine art community really catapulted. The Whitney was essentially a game changer for Miss Thomas. uh, a lot of New York critics were highly impressed with Thomas's modern style, especially given the fact that she was nearly an 80-year-old woman at the time of her debut, which is pretty interesting because my own father's mother, Cora Lizzie Buckery, born March 25th, 1918, also discovered that she had a talent for painting when she was like in her 70s or 80s. She was attending a senior center and she was in the activity room when the staff and the family became aware that my grandmother had this tremendous gift for painting. So this story of Miss Thomas is a little familiar about people coming into their gifts a little later on in life and discovering a new part, a new facet of themselves, which I think is always pretty groovy. And I would say myself as a fellow artist, my own interests shifted from writing and acting earlier on in my life to acting and an evolution in my writing. I shifted from a prose writer essentially to now, I guess, more of a screenwriter. I'm still pretty new to screenwriting, but I was recently hired as a screenwriter for a television network. And I took my acting roots and my writing prose roots and I combined it to move myself to a place where I wanted to be artistically at, basically a later stage in my life, something that I didn't foresee earlier on in my career. And for that reason alone, I think Miss Thomas is pretty impressive because her journey resonates with mine. And I also find it pretty cool that as a Black woman, she did not particularly focus on race and gender. She felt as though art transcended race and gender. Sure, art could focus on those things, and they certainly are a beautiful part of a lot of people's artistic experiences and expression. But I do love the fact that she said, hey, listen, any human with a soul, with a spirit that feels as though they can resonate with my art and what I'm putting out there to the world, to the universe, hey, come on. And I find that message so beautiful and groovy and universal. And it's always a message that I've loved and embraced. I typically, as a prose writer in the past, have embraced embraced writing about race and gender. But I've also been given experiments by some of my writing professors, including one of my Sarah Lawrence college professors back in the day, to write a story from the perspective of someone who was not Black or female. And I wound up writing a short fiction story from the perspective of a white male. And while it was never published, I did receive a lot of positive feedback from a community of writers who I submitted the story to, saying, well, you know what, Danielle, this was different, this was refreshing, and it certainly spoke to the human spirit. And I found it so fascinating and refreshing and wonderful that you, as a Black woman, wrote this really compelling and interesting story from the perspective of a white male. And that just shows that the human spirit can unify on levels that have nothing to do with race and gender. Uh, Art and human connection transcends the physical. And for that reason, I really love and celebrate Ms. Thomas's message. So cheers to her. She is I hope that I am her my ancestors' wildest dreams when it comes to Alma Thomas, beloved artist, teacher, important American. Cheers.
All right.
And on that note,
That's right. On that note, y'all know what time it is, but shout outs to Alma Thomas, artist and teacher, and so much more. Thank you so much. But yes, thank you so much, Danielle, for introducing us to Alma Thomas for those who did not know about her. All right, everybody, but y'all know what time it is. It is time to bazounce. But before we do, we definitely gotta, give y'all all of that greatness. Once again, we do thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. We thank you for the people who will go back and tune in, after the show. Like I said, we definitely see those numbers on YouTube, so we definitely thank y'all for going back to tune in and watch the show. But definitely, also, we do want to encourage you to leave comments. Like I said, I know on YouTube, you can leave comments, after a show is live, because we want to know, what are your thoughts on these topics that we discussed, because these are some hot topics, real topics, and we want to know what your thoughts are. So, leave us your comments. And we will definitely, reply back and have a discussion right there in the comment section with you. Okay. But definitely be sure to follow us right here on all of our social media, because, you'll be the first in the know to know what's happening with us. There are a lot of great events that we're going to be involved in. Either we're throwing events or we're going to be, attending events. So who knows, you might can pop in. If you are in the New York area, you might can pop in and see us at some of these events. So definitely stay in the know of our social media. Also, you see at the very bottom scrolling, you can follow me and Danielle personally at our Instagram. That's at the bottom. And definitely check out the website. That's right. The website is everything Fly World Media and Fly Entertainment. So you definitely want to check out the website. It's always being updated and renewed. Thanks to our social media supervisor, who keep it looking very sharp and good. And what's the word? Trendy.
Right.
Trendy. We got to get out of here. Danielle. Oh my God.
That part.
That's right. Listen, Danielle, you kept it real hot and fresh 4 times with us. Tell us, what was your experience keeping it real hot and fresh?
I just really love bouncing around with other fellow creatives. And as someone who comes from an acting and a writing background, it was really nice to experience what radio is like. One of the things that I really did enjoy about you guys is presenting different ideas to me that I didn't necessarily consider before. And as someone who comes from a background of storytelling, to hear a radio presenter, yourself, a host, another artist, another storyteller in a sense, go back and forth with me, and we chop it up. That was like a really interesting part of artistic expression that I had never experienced prior to keeping it real hot and fresh with you guys.
Okay.
So, thank you for giving me the experience of another artist that I had never had the pleasure of, I guess, working or collaborating with before.
Mm-hmm.
As an actor, I've never. Well, no, that's not true. That is not true.
Wait a minute now. I thought we were the first on this joke. But no, I get what you're saying. But no, but honestly, all of that, right back to you. I really enjoy having you here. Like I said, we bounce really well off of each other. It's been a really great time. Listen, you're leaving me on my own, but you know what? But it's fine, because you know what? I'm just happy to know that in the future, sometime whenever you do have a break, you're gonna be like, Z-Fly, what you doing? I want to be a guest on the show, a guest host. I'm coming in, and I'm looking forward to those times.
Okay, sounds good.
So thank you so much again for keeping it real hot and fresh for me, and also just showing me a great time. It was a really, really fun time, and just reminding everybody what keeping it raw and fresh looks like. Looks like me and her having a great time, but keeping you all in the know. Also, before we do jet out of here, also check out the bottom, because if you are a business, or you have a craft or a product or whatever you may have, definitely we are looking for sponsorship. So you can hit us up on the sponsorship below. And also too, if you have a business or anything, hit us up for bookings. If you want to be on our Rising Stars or local gems segment, we will highlight you. Whether you're an artist, you're a business owner, or whatever it may be, let us know. Hit up where we at? This right here, the email, rhfartist@gmail.com. And we got one more too for bookings, where we have our booking agent. You can hit her up as well so that she can get you on the show speaking with your boy Z Fly. So we're gonna run that one more time. There was one about bookings right here. Yes. So for bookings, email jennybearmusic2@aol.com. And yeah, so yeah, you know what I'm saying? She'll get you together, send that bio in, tell us what you're about, and we're gonna get it going. So there you go, everybody. So until next time, once again, Danielle, yay! Can we have the hand clap to Danielle? Can I have the hand clap? We need that hand clap again. Where's that noise? The hand clap noise.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's coming. The hand claps are coming. We got it. Where is it at? Oh my God. I think they're working in the back to try to get the hand claps, but y'all get the point. Okay. So hand claps. Thank you, Danielle, once again for keeping it raw and fresh. All right, everybody, once again, just stay tuned to us, and I'll see you next week. There we go.
There we go.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.